What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Today we got The Way Back. Was it the best basketball movie of all time, or was it another missed free throw from Shaq? Coming up. The Way Back, starring Ben Affleck.
I am Batman.
I'm a big sports fan, especially a basketball fan, and when I heard this movie was announced, I was really excited for it. Now, this movie's about an alcoholic who used to be the star basketball player in his high school days. Ben Affleck plays Jack. Now, let's pump the brakes. I know it's only March, but I really do believe that Ben Affleck is giving one of his best performances in his whole career in this movie. Jack gets a call from his high school telling him that there's a head coach opening position that he might want to take. Now, Jack is one of those guys where he just wants to drink all the time. He wants to just go to the bar all the time, and he doesn't want to be a head coach. He doesn't want anything to do with basketball. This job basically fell right into Jack's lap, and he couldn't say no. With all the history with the school and everything, he had to do it.
Because they haven't been through what we've been through. They don't know adversity. They don't know what it's like to get knocked down, to have to get back up again. They don't know what it is to fight.
Now, this movie is super cliche. If you've seen any type of sports movie, basketball, football, hockey, they all kind of play out the same way. They all kind of have the same exact characters. You got the kid that no one sees potential in. You got the funny guy. You got the guy who wants to impress all the ladies. You've seen any type of sports movies, you already know how this movie is going to play out. You're going to get some type of dysfunctional team in the beginning, and then you're going to get something dramatic that happens, or something like that. And then in the end, they end up winning, and everything's all hunky-dory. I must say, this movie got me a couple times. Cried hard. No, I'm just joking. I didn't cry hard. But I definitely did shed a couple tears. There's a couple scenes in here where it definitely pulls on your heartstrings. You feel extremely bad for Jack and what went on in his past. You definitely feel for this guy. You get to understand why this guy drinks a lot, why he's abusing alcohol. You get to understand why he is the way he is. Throughout the movie, he starts to build a relationship with them. One kid in particular who doesn't really talk to anybody. He's the best player on the team, but he doesn't vocalize himself at all and wants him to be a better player, a better teammate. He knows that he can be the best player on the team. There were some things about this movie that I really didn't like and I felt was super unnecessary. One scene in particular, Jack goes to his sister's house for Thanksgiving. He later then finds out that his ex-wife actually called his sister wondering how Jack's doing. That was the only necessary part of that scene. And it lasted like 10 minutes in the movie. It could have been cut out. Another thing that bothered me a little bit was they kept showing kind of the same scenes over and over again. One scene, it would be him drinking at the bar. The next scene, it's him drinking a case of beer at his house. The next scene, he's getting carried in and put to bed. Stuff like that, I felt like it could have been left out of the movie. I get where they were going with this, but after the 10th time seeing it, I think it could have been left out. The ending in this movie is both satisfying and unsatisfying, at least in my opinion. And that's pretty much it for flaws with this movie. It had its comedic elements sometimes in this movie. There'll be one scene where Jack is swearing at the kids. The team he's coaching is from a Catholic school. He's scolded by the other coaches for his language because it goes against the school's code of conduct. Those parts had me laughing. They had most of my theater laughing. It was a good time. Now, would I recommend this movie to someone? Absolutely. Now, is this the best basketball movie of all time? I wouldn't go that far. I would still say Hoosiers and Coach Carter are definitely better movies. But this movie definitely gets the job done. I'm going to give The Way Back 8 made free throws out of 10. Thank you guys so much for coming back to my channel. Consider subscribing down below and let me know in the comments, what's your favorite sports movie of all time? We'll see you next week.